Breaking news, I have some information that would put this into a performative category. Yes, donating blood isn't that magical as you thought it was. Donating money to cancer research isn't that magical as you thought it was. Those things don't work. That's it. One click, guys. One video. All you need to debunk Mr. Beast. It's very hard to use website.
So this scientist in Japan just proved the air inside a forest can strengthen your immune system. His name is Ching Li, an immunologist.
Guys, a scientist went to a forest and found something. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how embarrassing it is for the rest of the science? Of like, what, where you found something over there where like, we could have been there, but we were like looking over there instead. Wow. That's what science is all the time. It's all the time like this.
In Tokyo. In his first experiment, he took 12 men on.
If you follow the obvious, the spiritually enriched path, you actually get pretty good results, huh? Science. Instead of trying to invent some fucking liquids, injection, or laser that kills cancer. Instead of all of this shit, you go to the forest. Whoa! Whoa, that's crazy! Whoa, revolutionary, guys! What you don't do is sit in your room all day and, you know, get stuck on just tinkering with gadgets all the time. No, you go to forest. Well, I actually wish I could go to forest, but I still don't have friends, alright? I'd rather just sit here and watch people die from cancer, but that's just me. That's just me, guys.
To fight cancer and virus-infected cells.
Virus-infected cells. So you get
body uses to fight cancer, natural killer cells. The immune cells.
You get killer cells.
Your body uses to fight cancer and virus-infected cells.
Now, technically, I only have to go to the forest every month.
The thing is that the effect didn't fade when they went home. It was still measurable in their blood 30 days later. The experiment also had a control group that walked the same amount through the city and showed no change at all, further showing that the forest was actually doing the work. Lee found that the airborne compounds that pine, cedar, and cypress trees release to protect themselves from insects and bacteria do something to our bodies. You breathe in these compounds called phytoncides, and they switch your immune cells.
That is fascinating. I haven't even watched the whole thing.
Into higher gear. And because that immune boost lingered for 30 days, Lee estimates that a forest walk just once a month may be enough to keep your natural killer cells elevated all year.
Oh, have Technoblade tried that? No, he tried hospitalizing himself and cutting his arm off. Oh, he tried that one. Oh, that worked. That worked flawlessly.
It's unfortunate that
against science, rather.
Most of us now spend over...
Well, I hate science, so that's fine.
90% of our lives indoors. But you don't need a prescription for this one. You just need to go for a walk.
Oh, you don't need... Oh, shit! That's usually the biggest hurdle, actually. You need a license and prescription. Oh, shit. Where can you get once a month walking in a forest prescription? Like, that's very difficult. The funny thing is, a hospital in my town is actually next to a forest. So the convenience is overwhelming. I could actually take a detour anytime I visit a doctor. I need to find a path, but man, like even using this, like I could bond with people, right? I actually have a person I would want to send this to.
Amongst the trees. So this scientist
has found something very underwhelming. Tree make you healthy. Oh. You know what? I choose not to believe this guy. I'd rather give my blood and my money to someone else. Alright? Not just some smart guy that just stumbles upon a discovery for free. No blood required. No blood sacrifice required, guys. Oh, shit, that's how science works? Oh, I didn't fucking thought about it. I literally dreamt about Mr. Beast this night. I do it every fucking month. Instead of going to a fucking forest, I am, encancered by Mr. Beast presence. I love inventing words. But, like, I literally, the last thing I said, and I knew, like, there was, like, some kind of, like, twisted word that he added in a sentence. It's almost like he's just saying things. He's kind of giving advice to someone, but he's also just saying things, and I'm like, what does this word mean? And then Mr. Beast is like, I don't know. And it's like, you don't even know what you're talking about, bro. You don't even understand. What are you doing? You have so much power, and you can just accidentally waste it, you know, and be like, oh, I'm a good guy. Yay, I'm a good guy, actually. To be a good guy, like, you literally have to fight the status quo. That's right. To be actually a good guy, that's the tough spot. Like, you can't just spend money. You can't just outsource the effort. You have to do it yourself. You have to face the fucking confrontations, debates, and, like, all this mumbo-jumbo to convince people that there's a better way to live a normal life. Like, sometimes you just need to open a fucking window and you're all of a sudden 3 times healthier. Which I would like to do, but I'm traumatized because when you open a window, there's a lot of noise outside. Alright, my nose is stuffy, I know. I'm actually making it with a stuffy nose because I didn't open the window in the morning, and I desperately have to do it. You can make just tiny mistakes in your life, and all of a sudden you are unhealthy, and you don't know what's going on. I still remember a TikTok where a person was like, oh, you just drink water, and then you get to sleep better. I was always like an insomniac, but then I drank water. And it's like, what the fuck? What were you doing this whole time? You know? People can just, like, make tiny mistakes in their lives, and shit happens. Now, children having cancer, that's weird. But again, children come from parents. The parents are the ones making mistakes, and it still makes sense. To hospitalize a child is not that outlandish, I would say, because you have to take them away from the parents in some kind of magical way of like, we'll take care of that cancer for you. Don't worry about it. Probably cancer. These things are called cancer for shock value, so parents do let go of the. We don't know. We don't know, like, the narratives that people tell, they have to be convincing, right? So people let go of causing more trouble. Like, you have to craft these, like, complicated systems in order to actually achieve change in the world. Because you can't just say straight to someone's face of, like, give me your child is sick, you know? He needs to be away from parents. Like, you almost can't say that. Which is weird. You have to say, give me your child, I'm giving you $1 million. Don't worry, we'll visit a nearby island. Then they agree. Then they understand. The joke, of course. All I know is Mr. Beast is not that smart, and he's not going to be smart. That's not his thing. You can't rely on him making good decisions. That's why money works, because someone else is going to take the money. But money doesn't actually provide intelligence either, right? It just provides, I don't know, stability, financial stability, if one actually needed such a thing. We forget the most important thing of the things we're not doing anymore. People are not going into forest anymore. They're stuck in their fucking confined, convergent cities, basically. Humans are just glued together into a ball inside a city, right? And just rolling around and forgetting what they're not doing anymore. That they're not actually in nature anymore. That makes them automatically unhealthy, potentially, right? And this is one of those things that science is actually supposed to do. It's not supposed to look at things that humans are doing, but what they have stopped doing. What they stopped interacting with. And this scientist literally declared that there's fucking particles in the forest that could make you healthy. Oh shit. Who would have seen that coming? And unfortunately, these things don't widespread either. All right, the thing we just found from some other guy that found this guy's research. These things don't spread that easily, okay? People actually look the other way on purpose of like, nah, I'll wait for a scientist to tell me. I'll wait for this to get viral. People want to wait on this shit. For me, all it takes just tickle my common sense, and I'll be like, yeah, that sounds believable. There should be a reason to visit a forest. That's a cool place to go in the first place, right? And I've already seen an image of like one of my school friends. Wait, we're not like guys. There's like tiny relationships. I had a crush on her basically, and she posts an image of like she's so happy just being in a forest, and I'm like, why? It made me question until this happened, until the question was answered. Oh, it just makes you healthy. That would make you happy automatically, of course. It makes you healthy. I probably will have to drag my mom into a forest. And she probably will like it too. So, good. Thank you very much. Cancer research. Alright, give me my $1 million now. Alright, just like we agreed upon. Or just subscribe. I don't know which one you like more. See you guys next time. Of course, of course. Of course you would do that to me right now.